Hello all, welcome to Turning Points, weekly series for part-time traders and investors hub. In today's video, we'll be discussing about how to identify the multi-bagger stocks using charts. So I'll also show the demo on a real chart, and there is a screener which will automatically scan for these kind of stocks. And one example today we are taking is Divis chart. This strategy is purely for investors, that to long-term investors. So first things first, what is multi-bagger stock? For example, a stock is at 10 rupees now, and within few years, if this 10 rupee stock reaches 100, 200, 300 rupees, so it is kind of multifold returns for your investment. Today I will be sharing with you a simple strategy which will identify such a stock which is having a potential to give multifold returns. Name of the strategy is inverted triangle. Here the chart settings are very simple. Just select the weekly candles chart, 20 moving average and 200-day moving average. The concept of moving average is very easy to understand. 20 moving average indicates previous 20 weeks average price plotted. Similarly, 200 moving average indicates previous 200 weeks average price plotted in the graph. In this strategy, buy and sell rules are also very simple. Whenever 20 moving average crosses above 200-day moving average, we will consider that as a buy trigger. And whenever 20 moving average is crossing below 200-day moving average, then we will consider this as sell trigger or exit trigger. First, let's see how to apply the chart settings. So we have to go to the indicator section and type moving average. And once you type this, you will get MA cross. So once you select this, you will be getting an option here to change the settings. So here I have changed it to 20 and 200 as per our strategy rules, and I have given some colors for each moving average. Blue for 20 moving average and green and red for 200-day moving average. Okay. And one more setting that we have to do on the chart is the weekly chart, the weekly candles. Now the chart settings are ready. And if you see, the buy trigger is somewhere at 200 level where the 20 moving average, which is this blue line crossing the green line, which is 200-day moving average. And wherever you see this green cross, there you should understand that there is a sell or buy trigger. So here we got the buy trigger as per our strategy rules. When our 20 moving average is crossing 200-day moving average, which is this green line, at this point we have to buy the stock and hold it until we get the sell trigger. The sell trigger is when the blue line goes below the green line, that is 200-day moving average. But till now we have not got this sell trigger in TCS after 2009. So if you want to check the returns it has generated after this setup, it is around 1500 percentage till now, and still it is running. Similarly, we'll take one more example. Here I am taking Bajaj Finance, where you have seen this blue line is crossing above the green line here at the price of 25 rupees around, and the stock is still running. There is no sell trigger till now. And if you want to see the returns which is generated, it's around 30,000 percentage. So it is also a tremendous return. And one more point here is regarding the name of our setup. So our strategy name is inverted triangle. So it is because of this kind of setup which we are seeing here, like a triangle. Whenever we got a setup, it will be looking like a inverted triangle. So is this strategy only applicable for Indian stocks, or it is also applicable for US stocks? So let's see one more example from US stocks. Here I am taking Apple as an example, and you see we got the trigger here around $3.9, and now the stock is trading at $177. So here also you are getting around 5,000% return, and still there is no sell trigger here. That means it is also working in other country stocks. What about the stocks which were buzzing in the news channels, especially Adani? In the last 2 or 3 years, it is making news every day. And let's see whether we got the buy trigger before this news started popping in the channels. So in 2017 itself, we got a trigger using this strategy at 44 rupees. And till now, even after a lot of allegations on the Adani group, we are not having a sell trigger yet. So if we calculate the return generated from the trigger, it is now around 5000%, and that too within a span of 3 years, 6 years, sorry. Now let's see which stocks are ready to give the buy signal or which stocks are still relevant to enter into. The first example what I'm taking is Divis. So let's see how Divis was performing with the inverted triangle strategy. So if you see, there was a trigger in 2017, end of 2017, at the price of around 800 rupees. And then we got the sell trigger here around 2800 rupees. So if you see the return it has generated in less than 5 years is around 230 percentage. But if you see in 2023, it has given a buy trigger here, and the price is still nearby the entry zone. So if at all someone is planning to enter, so this is one of the potential candidate for multi-bagger return. There are two more stocks which recently gave buy trigger. The first one is Bata, with a very good news of Bata starting the clothing business along with the footwear business. And the second stock is ICICI Lombard. This has also given recently the trigger. So there is one more stock which is about to give the buy trigger, that is RBL Bank, where yeah, here is the 200-day moving average and the 20 moving average is about to cross. So in October or November end, we might be getting a buy signal for RBL Bank. So keep it in your watch list. Out of all these stocks, I am very much confident on Divis Laboratories. This is not a buy recommendation from my side. I might also be having the same stocks in my portfolio. So these are the stocks I manually scanned and shown in the video. But there is another option where you can use this charting platform so to automatically scan for these kind of stocks. So I have already entered our strategy conditions here, and if you press, I will be giving this link in the description and also the first comments in the comment section. You can just click on that link and then bookmark it and run scan whenever you want. Once you press that run scan button, you will be getting the list of stocks here, and then you can manually check only these stocks whether they are really meeting the strategy criteria or not. So this is the fastest way to identify the stocks. Advantages of the strategy are, as a long-term investor, you no need to track your investor stocks very frequently, and you will not be attached with the stock emotionally because strategy is having the exit rules and entry rules. As we have clear exit rules, we'll be protected from the stock crashes and we'll be protecting our capital as well. Hope this video is helpful for you. See you next week.